Okay, let's do a quick video on my 1995 F-150 XLT Eddie Bauer edition. This video is going to be about how to read the codes in your engine if your check engine light is on. First thing you do is you locate the EEC Test modules, which it's just these right here. They're usually under this on the driver's side that says EEC Test on it. So you pull these two out and you jump them with the paperclip, and I actually keep a paperclip down in my fuse box just so I could do this. Okay, and as you can see, I've got the paper clip in. The first one, just so that you know, just make sure that you're in the flat space there. See how it's in the upper flat space, not the lower section. And don't be afraid to ram that thing all the way down in there like I did, so it gets a good solid connection. Actually stick out the bottom a little. Same thing with this other connector. So we're jumping these two connectors, and you can see it's the 1, 2, 3, 4th position up here. Ram that all the way down into the flats, the elongated flat space at the top. Okay. Now what we're going to do is 3 tests. God, I hate that noise. We are going to do 3 tests. 2 of them are with the engine off and the key all the way forward. If you're stupid like me when I was trying to figure this out, I don't mean in the accessory position, I mean in the position where it's about ready to turn on, your vehicle's about ready to go on. Your battery lights showing, etc., etc. Your brake lights on. Okay, so it's already doing the test. Right. But let me explain the 3 different tests. 2 of them are with the engine off and the key all the way forward, without starting the vehicle. And I wrote it down right here because I already know what's wrong with my vehicle. At least I think I do. I don't know how to fix it yet, but I've done all this with the codes. So just kind of look at this. The key on, engine off test right up here. You turn it on, and in my case, it'll flash 1, 1, 1, and then there'll be a space. 1, 1, 1. These are problems. You just go down here. These are problems that the vehicle has sensed while the engine isn't running. So they're technically electrical issues, and it's going through testing to make sure that you've got connections and all that good stuff. 111 means all clear. So it'll, after every code it spits out, it'll spit the code out twice. Okay? And then you wait. There's a pause, a long pause between that. I've indicated the long pauses with longer lines. I don't think it's really very long, but you can tell. And then we go to test 2. And test 2, that's the code stored in memory. That's problems that have been wrong with the vehicle. I think to get a pass on your vehicle after you've cleared your codes, in some cases you have to drive it like up to 80 miles for it to pass, because they'll put a tester on there, and I think what it does is it tests pass or fail based on code stored in memory, because they want you to make sure that your vehicles, you didn't just trick it out temporarily. I think it's supposed to delete those codes after 80 miles. So that's just a code that it remembered that there was a problem. But with me, I'm getting error 332. So on test 2, 332, 332. And that is a problem with my vehicle now. And that's actually a problem that'll turn up when we do the key on, engine on test, and that'll be the third test. Okay, so let's just focus on test 1 and test 2 for right now. Okay, we turn the engine, turn it forward, wait. One, space. 1, 1, 1. Now a longer pause as it goes into the second test. It's 1, oh, that's a flash. Okay, now we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. Now repeat it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. And that's it. Because I know that that's it. I forgot to put on here under test 1. I put that there's a space, but actually there's a pause, and then there's a flash, and then it'll go to the next problem code stored in memory, and then it'll repeat that, and then if you've got another problem stored in memory, there'll be another long space and a flash to indicate that it's getting ready to tell you again. So that's it. Okay, now test 3, it's a little more complicated, but you can do this. It's really not after you try it a few times. The first thing that's going to happen when you start your car, you're going to get however many cylinders that you have, it'll give you half that many flashes. So my truck has 8 cylinders. I'm going to see it flash 4 times. Okay? And then you're going to turn your wheel half a turn left, and then right, and then step on the brake. Okay, so left, right, step on the brake. After you get the flashes for your cylinders, after you've turned on your car, left, right, brake, and then you wait, and it's about 50 seconds, I believe. A pause as it goes through and it tests your injectors and all that, and then there'll be a single flash. Okay, and when you see that single flash, hit the gas and rev it up just once. Hit the gas. Okay, and then the codes will appear twice, and in my case it'll go 332, 332. Just as I said, there's stored in memory in the key off test. That's from the computer telling me that there's 332 somewhere in the engine, and that's actually from the third test here. So let's do the third test. So before you actually do your key on, engine on test, you need to let it run for about 15 minutes. Let it warm up. It's got to be warm for this test. So So do that first. Okay. You have to crank this sucker. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now go left, right, hit the brake, and wait about 50 seconds, and then hit the gas as soon as you see a single flash. And get ready to write down the codes after your foot comes off the gas pedal. Remember, it'll repeat it twice, each code. Can you hear the engine going up and down? It's testing the injectors. And whatever else it's testing. So we're just waiting for that single flash while it's testing our engine here. It's testing the engine. And then hit the gas, and then start reading the codes that it spits out to you. When it goes way down like that, that means it's about ready. The engine, I think. Okay, there's the flash. Alright, ignore the little flashy. That's a 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. Now I'll repeat it. 3. 3. 2. And if there were more problems, it would... I'm not sure what it would do. If there are more problems, I think there'd be a pause, a flash, small pause, and then it would go on to the your next code. So it sounds confusing, but try it, and just remember how I wrote this down. So these are problems. 332 is the problem with my engine now, and it happens to be while the vehicle is running, and I happen to know what it is. You go look it up. It's related to the emissions. It's the EGR system. And these kind of early or whatever late model trucks, you get this EEC test going on. The newer tests don't work. Depending on the year of your car will depend on how many digits your vehicle cranks out. Because of my year, it cranks out 3-digit codes. Earlier vehicles in the 70s Fords will be 2-digit codes from what I understand, and now they've got some other weird test, and I just lost my duct tape.